The Makerspace is probably about 1.5 years old now. My name is John and I am an AmeriCorps Vista volunteer here at Los Alamos Makerspace.
Thank you.
AmeriCorps is a program established from Lyndon Baines Johnson in 1965, I believe. And it was a service-orientated program to where people could go and help with need in their community. It's kind of been developed and built from there, and now I'm part of STEAM&M, which STEAM is Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Math, part of the VISTA, which is Volunteer in Service to America, portion of the AmeriCorps program. So there's a whole bunch of initials that I'm part of. The Einstein head existed before I got here, so I don't know too much about it. It's a huge draw for us, and one of the oddest, most notable things that we've done, I think. It gets quite a rise from just about everybody that sees it, and it's a lot of fun to experience and get to talk about. I understand the components, but I wasn't involved in the construction. So there's a 3D projection mapping in the kids' room that's really amazing to watch and interact with. That is some type of Kinect camera. Kinect is an Xbox 3D mapping camera. So there are 2 sets of cameras on this to determine distance. So that is where it can do the collision detection mapping. So anytime you move across an object, it will show that the collision has occurred and then something will be triggered to happen. A bubble will pop or a mole will go back in its hole, you know, any number of different things. A soccer ball will be kicked across the field. The weight limit's about 100 pounds, I would say, less than 100 pounds. So. It is, it's a very, very small child's trampoline. So. We have 3D printers, we have Raspberry Pis, those are small $35 computers. We have a lot of fun with Raspberry Pis. We do Arduinos, we do some desktop computing, we do 3D modeling. We have woodworking equipment galore. We have just a bunch of fun and interesting things. It's called the world's most useless device. It's one of my favorite things I've seen here. Its sole function is to turn itself off. So you turn it on and its sole purpose is to turn itself off. So it exists for no other function and purpose other than that, but everybody loves pushing that button for sure. So I love to see the new ideas and projects that people are working on. There's a lot of creativity and knowledge in this town that gets to be expressed in really, really fun and interesting ways through the Makerspace. Yeah, we used a 3D scanner to scan Alex's head, and then we rendered it through a 3D design program to have it output through the slicing program, which added supports to his head. And here shortly, we will start it on the 3D printer. And Alex will have a bust of his head, hopefully by the end of the week. This is a slicing program, and this will take our 3D designs and will add the necessary supports for us, as well as tell the printer what settings it needs to be at. So here we can set the temperature of the extruders, how thick the layers are, the amount of infill that this is going to do, but mainly the purpose of this is to render the supports. So now it's actually shown us all of the supports, like the pieces that you peeled off, and this will take it down layer by layer to show us how this object is created. So we can look at any of the individual layers and how much infill it's going to make, this type of thing. The colors are indicated by the speed in which it'll be printing. All right, so this is our GD-Tech 3D printer. And we have just sent our design over to our 3D printer. It has warmed up our platform and is now warming up our extruder nozzles to be able to print in 3D. The 3D printer uses plastic filaments. This is a PLA filament. They come in a wide variety of colors and different types of materials as well. So depending on what you're wanting to print will determine what type of material you want to use. There's all kinds of really interesting things. This one even has a wood filament in it. It's a wood filament. It's got sawdust added to the plastic, so when it prints, you get a more wood type texture out of your project.
Here at Makerspace, we make many designs, like Millennium Falcons, stars, Woogamajigis, bears, Einsteins, and Einstein's very unfortunate brother.
So this is CNC router. So if you see the little bit there is what is going to carve into the wood. So the nice thing is having this setup, you can carve into harder material. And what's nice is that you can upload any image and feed it into a software that will make up the path. So it's going to tell the router what to do, where to go, so that you can actually carve a picture into the wood. Right now, someone started carving letters into this piece of wood. They're practicing. So this is what was carved with this router.
This is the most important part of Makerspace, the two dabbly thingies. They have been standing here for over an eon. The cavemen have put these up for us to see. You know, I'm not actually getting a kick out of this, so we're just gonna shut this off.
Priska, our executive director, is actually the one that started, and put forth all of the hard work and effort to get it going. I came into the Makerspace last November. I didn't even know it existed and was super excited to even find that it was here, and finally found my people. So. I think we are here because we're filling a need in a community that doesn't otherwise exist. It allows for people to get a feel for woodworking or programming or 3D printing without having to have a substantial investment. And they could do small things to further their projects, or decide that, hey, I really need one of these and I'm gonna go buy one. But you get to play around with it before you have to put up the money to invest.